my debt, am I gonna pay it off fast?
Right.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna create some more cash flow because the money that was going out to the debt is now in my home. Make sense?
Right.
Awesome. Now, at the same time, while we're doing these first two strategies, we're learning investment education. Because we have to allow our money to work for us. We cannot just work for money our whole lives. If you do the math, and this kind of stuff we do in training, but whenever you do the math on just working, it doesn't work. It doesn't. So we have to invest and let money work for us while we're sleeping. You're really making money when your money's working for you while you sleep. Everybody understand it? Got your notes? Everybody good?
Yes.
Good stuff. So let's actually keep going. We have to shift our mindset before we can shift anything. Because we can even get the extra money from the cash flow that we received, and then we still go blow it. So you have to change your mind. The things that we've been doing for the last 20 years, and the last 10 years, or I can even say the things that my parents were doing when I was young, was not working. If it was, we wouldn't be in the situations that we get in. So we have to start doing something different so that we can transition and move forward in life. We agree with that?
Yep.
Absolutely. So can someone tell me what an asset is?
Something that makes money.
Okay, absolutely. Assets make you money. Can everyone say make money?
Make money.
Okay. If assets make you money, what do liabilities do?
Take
money. Take money out of your pocket. So I'll tell you what I was taught in just a second, but I was really, really challenged by this concept when I was reading this book. See, we read books so that we can expand our knowledge. We read so that we can get around and learn from the people who already have the money. Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, anybody heard of him? Yeah. He's a real estate guru. He knows his stuff up there with millionaires writing books, things like that. But what he said in Rich Dad Poor Dad is what the rich teach their kids about money that the poor and middle class don't. So when I was reading this book, he really hit me because I had just bought that home. That was a real story, a true story. And when I bought that home, he told me in this book, he said, well, Candace, this is how I felt. He said it to me. Candace, your home is a liability. And I said, nah, you don't know what you're talking about. That's how I felt. Because my parents taught me. And you let me know if you were taught the same thing. That a home and a car were your greatest assets.
Yeah.
Anybody else taught that?
Mm-hmm.
True. So what he told me was, well, that's not true. So what I've learned all these 20-some years of my life was a lie. What? So what if I told you that what you learned for the last 20 years about money, 20, 30 years of your life about money was a lie? How would you feel? Confused? Very confused. Well, that's the thing. See, the rich do things a little differently. And we have to start expanding and really looking at what they do. Because they say if you want to hide something, put it in a book. I won't say the real version. I'll just leave it at that. Y'all
Heard that.
okay? Reading this book, it really expanded my knowledge within itself. So I had to go and do my own research because I really did not understand it. And when I did that research, I came up with these two concepts: a cash flow asset and an equity asset. A cash flow asset is something that makes you money right now. It's money going through your home. An equity asset is something that makes you money later. So which one is my home? Equity or cash? Which one? Equity. Everybody agree? Yeah? Let's talk about it. I'm painting the wood in my house, getting the yard done, I'm painting the walls, doing the upkeep. Is that taking money out of my pocket? Yes. So technically, Robert Kiyosaki was right, because if it's a liability, it does what? Take money. This is interesting. It's not saying, we're not teaching you don't go buy a home. We're just saying, don't buy a home and call it your asset. That's all we're saying. Make sure you know the difference, and then let my econ show you how to turn it into a cash flow asset, because this is what we do. See, we teach the power of business ownership. When we say business ownership, what does that really mean? We're teaching you to turn your regular expenses into business expenses and stop renting your lifestyle. What does that mean? See, when I say renting your lifestyle, I'm saying we're renting our cars, we're renting our homes, we're renting our furniture, our TVs, everything. Well, what does that really mean? I was talking to a guy the other day, and he said, no, Candace, that car got my name on it. I laughed. I said, okay. You know you gotta be nice, you don't want to make her feel bad, right? I said, well, yeah, it does. But if you don't pay the payment for the next 3 or 4 months, why they come to get it? He said, he didn't want to tell me yet. But the thing is that's true. So if it's not yours, the title's not in your name, you don't own it, that means you're renting it, right? teaching the power of ownership and for you to begin owning your lifestyle. So y'all wanna see how we wanna own our lifestyle? Y'all wanna see that?
Yes.
Yeah? No, y'all don't wanna see it. Y'all wanna see it?
Yeah.
Y'all killing me today. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so there's two tax systems in America, one for the business owner and one for the employee. I'm really just educating you right now. It's just a background, I'm just giving you a little background information. You choose to get paid 3 different ways: as an employee, a business owner, and as an investor. As an employee, we're taxed at the highest rate of 28 to 33%. Highest rate of 28 to 33%. Y'all get it? Y'all feel it?
4.
Okay. As a business owner, you're taxed around 18 to 23%, and that's the net effect. So we're winning. And well, as an investor, we're taxed around give or take 10%, which is what we all ultimately want to be. So let's talk about what comes out of your paycheck before you get it. Tell me. Anybody know?
Tax.
Taxes. What are the taxes? State, federal,
Social Security.
Social Security,
Medicare.
Medicare. Who's fighting? Who is fighting? Anybody know?
Ain't business.
Sound like a bad dog.
Sound like a bad dog? Absolutely. So taxes are taken out of your check first, a whole lot of taxes, right? Well, after you pay your taxes, then you go out and you pay your bills. Then, if there's anything left, you pay yourselves, right? But what happens is there's not enough cash flow, really this is many Americans, there's not enough cash flow for them to pay themselves. So what happens is they switch the two. I was on a three-way call with a girl the other day. She said, yeah, I pay a lot of late fees and stuff like that, I just never have enough money on time, is what she said. And I said, yeah, girl, you're not the only one, that's 90% of America. And she started laughing. She said, well, that made me feel good. I said, well, I'm glad. I said, let us show you how to get some cash flow to create that so that you can pay your bills on time. So you can increase that credit score. So you can have the lifestyle that you want. Does that sound good? Everybody say cash flow.
Cash flow.
Absolutely. Cash flow is king. So, as a business owner, this is what we teach you. We want to get out of the rat race and we want to teach you to own your lifestyle. Pay yourself first, then pay your bills, and then pay your taxes. Look a lot better?
Yes.
Absolutely. How does this work? What business? Candace, you talking about business? I ain't got no business. I don't even know what I want to be when I grow up. My econ is so powerful. We teach the power of home-based business ownership. What I just taught you, what we just talked about, the strategies, the education, this is the business. This is what we do. We learn them for ourselves and we care enough to share with other people. Make sense? So you win. You get to learn something and you get to share with other people so they can learn something too. So let me give you an example to really show you how it works. I'll be done in about 5 minutes. I just feel it'll be about 10. Okay. All right, you know how to preach and get up. Give me 5 more minutes. You know, it just never works. It never works. Okay. As McDonald's, we know McDonald's is considered big business, right? They're on every corner. True?
True.
Did you know that McDonald's has the same tax benefits as home-based businesses like my econ? Interesting, right? So let's talk about it. McDonald's, what are their expenses that they pay for if they're a large organization? What they pay for?
Buildings.
Okay, the building,
Employees.
employees, what else?
Lights.
Utilities, lights,
Yeah.
yeah,
Overhead costs.
overhead costs.
Yeah.
At your home, what kind of money do you have?
Lights, water, gas.
The building, the house,
Overhead.
the overhead, lights, gas, water. Wow. So if those are tax deductions for McDonald's, what does that mean for my econ? The same thing. So we qualify for the same tax deductions as big businesses like McDonald's, but we just put it inside of our home. Doesn't that sound good? Let me show you how it works. It's called income shifting. See, everything that we're paying for every day, like our rent, mortgage, utilities, vacations, things like that, they become tax deductible. Now let me show you how it works. So let's say that you maintain your business every month at about $50 a month. Well, that's all a tax deduction, which means you save about $600 a year. What else? Your children. Anybody got children? Now, to maintain your kids, okay, I can't say that, right? I gotta get more sensitive with these kids, y'all. I'm just not ready. Okay, well, you have your kids. Let's say that you pay for them yearly. Well, on a yearly basis, you probably spend more than this, but we show you how to write off up to $6,300 in tax deductions with your children. We turn them into employees. Wow, how does that work? Have you ever seen Gerber Baby? Yeah, that way. So we show you and we train you how to do that legally, which is great. Right now, we're just gonna say you do $200 a month, that's $2,400 a year, but we can show you how to get up to $6,300. What else? Internet, anybody got internet?
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's say you pay $75 a month, that's 100% savings of $900 a year. What else? Everybody raised their hand for a cell phone earlier. Right, she's like, yeah, I got it. Well, we write it off. Let's say you pay $100 a month at 85%, that's a yearly savings of $1,020. Question, aren't you gonna pay these bills anyway? So all we do is we say, turn your regular expenses into business expenses and begin changing the way that you see your money. This is what we're doing. This is our business. It's awesome. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a short break. Not tired? No, I'm just kidding. Have a couple people to actually tell us what Money Econ has done for them, because it's so important for people to be able to tell, you know, really what it's doing for you in your life. Khalil, will you stand and tell us what Money Econ has done for you?
Yeah. Hey everybody, my name is Khalil Campbell. Before I knew about this, I was in college. And I was in college because I was told to. I didn't want to go. I knew I was going to be like that. But that was my options. And so when I went there, I was like, man, what if I don't find a job? The job ain't certain, but the debt was certain. So when I was introduced to Money Econ, I realized that I can actually make a route for how to spend my money. And that I was able to study better because I wasn't thinking about debt. Because I knew I was going to be able to pay it off. And since joining, almost all that debt is gone. And I'll be opening up an investment account next week. So it's very, it's done a lot for me.
How much did you get on your paycheck when you adjusted your W-4?
Okay. When I adjusted it, back when I was working, at the time I was working at the Dollar Movie, and I got back $250 a month, where I made now $600 a month.
Wow. That makes it real easy to open up that investment account, right?
Right.
That's good. Miss Betty, can you tell us what Money Econ done for you?
Yes, good morning, everybody. Econ, I didn't know the power of my money working for me. Since my Econ, I've been able to give back an extra $200 a month on my, into my household. Going forward with my Econ, I should be at debt in about 40 years, and I've already opened 2 additional investment accounts.
Awesome. When you say out of debt, what does your debt include?
Well, I don't have a house note, so my car, all my credit card bills, just any expenses, all that I'll be able to pay.
That's good. Awesome. That's good stuff right there, right?
Yeah.
Who do you know is going to be completely debt-free, no consumer debt in the next 5-8 years? Besides people in Money Econ. Y'all think y'all who do you know is doing it? It's not happening. It's not. And if you're anything like myself, you went to college, you got those student loans, there's a lot of different generations that are doing that. But we have this student loans, really. And the program actually helps with that. I got the paperwork to prove it, and I'm excited about it. Yes, yes. I'll tell you about it whenever I get to that section. So, everything makes sense so far? Yes? Good. All right, travel and lodging. Anybody travel?
Yes.
Yeah. About $3,000 a year. Anybody go out to eat? Yeah. Entertainment at your house. Driving your car. Anybody drive?
Yeah.
Y'all don't drive? So we walking and taking the bus. Okay, we drive. Okay, that's cool. It's nothing wrong with taking the bus. We're gonna write that off too. But what I'm saying is, the government gives us 57 cents to drive for business every mile we drive for business, which is awesome. That's a total of $16,000 in just expenses that you pay for every single day. Write that number down. You're gonna see it in just a second. I want you to write it down because it's really, really important. That's a real low number to be writing off, but it's a good base. So let's start there. I didn't mention your rent or your utilities. You have to qualify for that deduction, but it's major. Really, really major. What would it look like to pay your rent off? Pay your rent as a tax deduction? Nice. We qualify for over 450 tax deductions, just like McDonald's, and I showed you 8 at $16,000. Imagine if we use 20. Or you're busy. Imagine if you master 10. See, these are your regular expenses turned into business expenses. So what I'm gonna tell you is that now, every time you pay a bill, you're gonna think about my income. And you're gonna say, man, here go $20 to the air, and throw it out the window, because I didn't do it. Or I'm gonna say, oh, I'm sure glad I get to keep this as a tax deduction. You'll have two choices there. Two. It's gonna be awesome. So let me continue, and I want everyone to look at their sheets that they have in their hands. It has IRS on it. It should look like this. Now, can someone tell me what a refund is? Okay, so a gentleman that I know, he actually explains it like this. He says, re means again, and fund means money, right?
Right.
So the government gives you your money, what? Again. Think about that. So we get all excited at the first of the year, oh, I'm getting my tax refund, like somebody doing us a favor. And we just getting our money back. It's your money. And then we go to H&R Block, Jackson, and we pay $24, we get So what we say is that we want you to pay the correct amount of taxes, and we want you to understand that that's not all that hype. We shouldn't be getting into that. Think about this. If everybody's going this way, everybody is going this way, you probably want to go the other way. All right? It's real. So let's look at this. Can someone read right there where it says, where does your refund come from? It's right under the bullets.
It comes from your wallet or purse when you tell your employer how much you withhold from your paycheck or you make an estimated tax payment. For the average refund, that's about $40 a week, too much.
Right. So the government, the IRS, this does not come from Kansas, it comes from irs.gov. Look it up, it's a publication. Do it on your own. But it says that you pay about $40 a week too much. This is in 2012, maybe? 2005. There we go. 2005. 10 years later, how much do you think it went up? Maybe about $100 a week? You're overpaying your taxes. What could you do with that extra money? A lot, right? So what we say is just listen to the people, listen to the government, listen to them, don't listen to us. We can get up here and tell you anything. We'd like to give you documentation on what we're talking about. So this next section, I'm gonna show you how that $16,000 applies to your life. Now, this gentleman, he's actually in the room, it's a true story, made $48,000 on his job. When he made that $48,000, if you flip that sheet over, you'll see the tax brackets and the rates that we get taxed at. Now, on that page, he's single, no children that he filed. What is his tax rate? 25%? Meaning he owes about $12,000 in taxes. It's a lot of money, right? Okay. Now, the government gives us this thing called a personal exemption and a standard deduction. Is that at the bottom of the page? Y'all see that? Personal exemption is how much?
50,000.
Okay. How much is it? How much is the standard deduction? Y'all don't see it? Help them out. Personal exemption, standard deduction at the bottom of that tax rate. You gotta see it. I don't want to just tell you anything. How much is it?
4,000.
Single, it's $4,000 for the personal exemption?
Yeah, personal.
Okay, and how much is the standard deduction?
6,300.
Okay, so everybody see it, I just wanna make sure you got it. Everybody got it? That's roughly $10,000. Why does the government give us that? Well, they said, we appreciate you living in the United States Corporation of America, we're gonna give you a break. That's what they said. So the break puts us at $38,000 what we taxed on. What's tax rate is that? 25%, right? Everybody see that? That's $9,500 you owe in taxes. Anybody want to pay $9,000 in taxes? No? So what happens is that my econ comes in and they say, hey, you remember those regular expenses that you wrote off for business? Well, now it applies to your taxable income, meaning we take that $16,000, put it onto your taxable income, and now it looks like you made $22,000. What tax rate are you getting?
15%.
15%. If you had your calculator, it would be $3,300 that you owe in taxes. Can y'all see what really just happened here? You went from making $48,000, this is what you made, we didn't take no money away. Use the regular expenses you were gonna use anyway turned them into business expenses, and now it looks like you made $22,000. That's major. Dropped your tax rate from 25% to 15%, and instead of paying $9,000, you pay $3,000. So which one would you rather pay? 3 every day, right? That's a no-brainer. So these are the types of things that we're doing. This is what it looks like whenever you file your taxes. We want to really show you how your life can change. Now, look at this money. We live in Arkansas, right? We pay state taxes. This gentleman got back single with no kids, $1,800 from the state. All the money he paid in from the state, he got it back. Why? Because he has a business. The state, they love it when we have businesses because we can bring more revenue into the economy. Yes, my economy, so I'm keeping all my revenue. All right, so what else happened? After that, he cash flowed about $6,200 in federal back into his house. Just from his taxes. That's the first strategy, y'all. Just think about it. What could you do with an extra $9,000, $8,000 a year? What could you do? A lot. Tell me about it. What you gonna do? Invest.
Invest.
Okay. What else? You guys pay off some debt.
Bought some cars.
You gonna do what?
You bought some cars.
Buy some cars. As long as you're gonna make them an asset. That's all we're gonna do. Right? So this is what's happening. The worst thing that can happen if you join my econ is that you save about $6,000 to $8,000 in taxes. That's the worst thing that can happen for you. And that sounds pretty good, right? Real good. So, we want you to pay the right amount in taxes. We want you to do the right thing. We want you to understand the power of business ownership. This is what we're teaching. This next section is going to actually share with you what you get with the system and how it works. I just shared with you what my econ was, why it's so important, and now you're going to see what you get with the system. Y'all want to see it?
Yes.
All right. This next gentleman that's going to come up absolutely knows all the details about my econ. He joined and just was on fire, really loves to help everyone he comes in contact with, and when he comes up here, you'll see a smile on his face because he loves to have fun. So Mr. Kevin Young, come on up.
Thank you. Let's give Ken something around the applause. She did great. So how's everyone doing this morning?
Great.
Ah, that's good. Y'all got that morning, that morning slag you have in the morning. So that's great. That's great. So before I move on with anything, I just want to tell y'all how did I get to this place. I actually went to high school with some people in the room. Went to Parkview, Parkview, everyone, all the patriots. Went to Parkview, went to high school, done what I was supposed to do, and when I graduated from high school, I went straight to college. But with that, I grew up in a single-parent home. It was just me, my mother, and my brother. Now, if everyone knows, Candace told you, if you don't have the money to go to college, what do you have to get? Student loans. Student loans, exactly. My mom was very educated, had education, worked 3 jobs, had her own business, worked for Jackson Hill, was a manager there, but she did not know this education. She did not have financial education. So with that being said, when it came to growing up in a single-parent home, you almost didn't know, what was going to happen next. And so when I went to college, I had to get student loans, and I really, really didn't have a plan. Now with that, I got started with this because I don't want my son to go through what I went through. Or I don't want the next generation to go through what I went through. Anyone else feel like that? So with that, I'm excited today because no matter what you're doing, whether you're working a full-time job, you already have a business, you want to have a business, no matter what, retire, no matter what you're doing, you can definitely benefit from my econ. So earlier, Candace showed you all the $1,800 and the $6,200 you get back from just simply the first strategy. My question is, what price can you put on being able to spend time with your family whenever you want to? What price can you put on being able to retire at 40 versus 60? What price can you put on, going on vacation when you want to go on vacation, you don't have to ask for a day off? What price can you put on that? Prices. So here in my econ, what we teach you to do, first we have you look at people who are experts. Because it's one thing for me to get up here and just tell you a whole bunch of information. You can go on Google and look at what we talk about. But it's one thing for people to live it. So first I'm going to show you some experts. This guy's name is Sandy Bakken. Sandy Bakken is a CPA, former IRS tax attorney. And he actually quit the IRS because he said he got tired of seeing people get done wrong. Now, this is his book. Get somebody to read the first chapter for me. To Live. Read the first chapter. Now, before he reads it, Kevin did not say this. He said this.
Sandy Bakken.
Yeah.
why you would be brain dead not to start a home-based business if you don't already have one.
Okay. What he meant by that is this. He simply is saying this. For the person who's working a full-time job and does not have a side business, he's saying you're giving away $3,000 to $9,000 per year. What can you do with the extra $3,000 to $9,000 per year? Put it like this. He's telling you this. If you don't have a home-based business and you work a full-time job, just take $20 out of your pocket and throw it out the window. Every day. I'm gonna think about it. Throw it out the window. I gotta pray about it. Throw the $20 out the window. I gotta ask my cousin if it's real. Throw the $20 out the window. Every day you don't have a home-based business and you work a full-time job, you're throwing away $20. Every day. Now, with that, earlier you told me that, you know, being able to have everything you want, being able to retire early, being able to, you know, take your kids or go to your kids' events without worrying about asking for the day out. It's prices, right? You can't put a price on it. So to get started my econ is $179 one time, which that is the that's your startup cost. Let me explain startup costs to you in a minute. Because McDonald's startup costs, you gotta have $1 million in the bank. Or is it $2 million now? Did it go up? Is it 2 million Candace?
2 million.
You gotta have $2 million in the bank.
Inflation.
Yeah, inflation. Then you gotta pay for the special sauce, lettuce, cheese, sesame seed buns. Anybody know what that is? Franchise fees, right? You gotta pay for those. Now, all they combined, you get the same thing in my econ for that $179, and then for $34.95 a month, you keep your system going. Now that $34.95 is it gets you to our financial success membership. I'm gonna show you exactly what you get. Now let me be clear on this. Everything I just showed you is tax deductible. Meaning that at the end of the year, guess what? It's a tax deduction. So I can't say the business is free. I can just tell you that it's a tax deduction. Y'all follow me?
Right.
So let me show you what you get. The first thing you get is very important. This is the #1 reason why businesses get audited in America, is because they keep poor tax records. So the first thing you get is something called the Cash Flow Manager. It's actually a mobile app on your phone, and you're able to take pictures of your receipts, of who you talked to, what y'all talked about. Hit save, it goes straight from your phone, straight to your computer. Now you're organized. Most people, the reason that when they get audited, they're like, I don't know what to do, because they're not organized. Most people don't, people don't understand how audit works. The government doesn't come and say, you know, you're gonna be audited today. They don't do that at all. Understand this. The first thing you get is like a letter that says, Dear Khalil, we see that you claim this amount of miles. Just send us in the proof that you did it. And Khalil, because he's part of my econ, he can just send in the print-offs, because he kept records in. But here's the thing, most people don't keep your records. So then the IRS says, let me send you another letter. It's another letter, they say, Mr. Khalil, we understand that you're a busy person. Don't worry about the miles. We see that you claim, this electric bill that you to run the business out of your home. Send us in proof that, that you had the office space with your bills. And then Khalil is sitting there again, he's like, man, you don't want that time for that. Then the IRS comes again and said, Dear Mr. Khalil, we sorry. We asked you 2 times already to send the stuff in, and you still haven't responded. We're going to file your taxes for you. That's how it works. But see, because you have a system and you're keeping good records, you're able to, go away from that audit. So let's keep going. The second thing you get with your system is the ID Defender. Now, identity theft is the #1 crime in America. Cybercrime is the #1 crime in America. With your system, you get over $1 million of protection on your identity defender. Because a lot of more cool stuff as well. You also get things like internet surveillance, court and criminal, sex offenders that tell you sex offenders in your area, also with their names and addresses. So it's really cool software. So let's keep going. Also, we have products. But here's the thing, my econ is not a product-based company. We teach you the strategies, and then we teach you to buy the products from yourself that you're gonna buy out there anyway. People drink coffee every day. I had one person come in this morning, and they said, do I have time to go to Starbucks? No, I'm not putting you out. She said, do I have time to go to Starbucks? But you can buy the coffee from yourself for less than $1 a day. Nothing wrong with Starbucks. I'm not saying nothing wrong with Starbucks.
I'm writing it out.
Okay. Stop writing it out. Okay, so we have coffee, we We also have radiation protection. Did you know radiation like from your phones and from Wi-Fi and stuff like that? It's pretty bad. Actually, Candace told me this fact that now the children that are coming up, their skulls are thinner than ours. You shaking your head, you know about this?
I saw it on the Today Show.
Today's show, it's all because of the radiation from your phone, from Wi-Fi, all this, the magnetic signals going around, that's where it's from. So you have that product as well. Then we have balance and focus. There's a wristband that you can put on that'll help you stay balanced, and it help you stay focused. Next, we also have pain and sinus relief. You don't have to take medication. It's like this little bitty, on the phone.
It's in your back pocket.
Ah,
It's an increase of
trying
chances.
to take. She just protected.
I just want to help you out.
Put that up there, don't you? All right, pain and sinus relief. There's actually, you can do it naturally. It's like this little patch you put behind your ear. Our founder, Mr. Ivy Stokes, actually did this. He was having sinus problems and they had a presentation. Put the patch behind his ear, sinus cleared up like that, without taking any medication. Now, all this stuff is back there for you to buy from yourself. You don't have to go out and buy from anyone else. See, my econ represents my economy, so you have to worry about the economy. Everyone follow me so far?
Yes.
All right. Now, with your financial success membership, in addition to getting the identity theft, now let me put on this. LifeLock costs you $29 a month, $30 a month, right? Anyone have LifeLock? $30 a month. You get your business. You get the ID Defender, which is similar to LifeLock. You also get your cash flow manager. You get the Legal Club of America, where if you have any legal questions, you can call them. I think it's 24 hours a day or something like that. You can call them and get legal advice from. You can ask for tax advice and preparation, and you also get credit counseling and restoration. So you get all of that for $34.95. So for the price of LifeLock, for the price of LifeLock, you get everything. Let's keep going. Now we have one of the hugest events going on in 2 weeks? This week. Anyone heard of Black Friday before?
Yes.
I just seen this post on Facebook. It said, on Black Friday, don't spend all your money because you don't want the next Friday to be Black Friday either. But with Black Friday, you're able to get, this is called the cashback model. You're able to get cash back for the things you're doing anyway. See, at MyEcon, on your website that you get the cashback model, and you're able to go in there and shop at stores like Walmart, Macy's, all those different places that you're going to shop at anyway, except for when you shop from yourself, you get money back. The other day I was in Sam's, and when I'm out all the time, I'm always smiling. Khalil can attest because I'm always smiling, having a good time. I was at Sam's and this guy said, why are you smiling so big? I said, because I just got cash back. He's like, what do you mean? He said, I shop on the internet. I said, me too. I said, but when I shop on the internet and I order my stuff for myself, and I come in Sam's, it's all right at the front with my name on it, with my stuff at the front, and they send me a check for doing what I'm going to do anyway. Are y'all following me so far? Mm-hmm. Does that make sense? Okay, good. So with that, this is the cool part about it. If you give it to your family and friends for Black Friday or Cyber Monday, and they shop from your website, when they get cash back, you get cash back. It's a win-win. Now, in addition to the cashback model, we also have special relationships with the largest travel company in the world. Priceline. Anyone heard of Priceline before? The largest travel company, and we stay at places like the Westin for low prices. Has anyone ever stayed at the Westin before? Costs about $180 a night, right? About that much? And they don't give you breakfast. Like, they don't give you no breakfast. And so with that, because we have special relations with Priceline, we stay at the Westin for about $65, $70. Now that's a deal in itself, right?
Yeah.
But then you also get cash back. This is called the cash back model. So you get money back for doing what you're going to do anyway. You got like a $14 to $15 check, stay at the Westin for about $45, $55. That should be a wow. Now, we have more travel. If you love to travel, we just don't believe in sending you on temporary vacations and you come back to permanent problems. That's what most people do. They go on vacation, they have a good time, and they come back home what? Broke. Or they come back home to bills. And those bills don't stop coming. So with that, this right here is a company called VRBO, Vacations Rented by Owner, and you're able to stay in condos like this, $18 per night per person at Disney World Resort. Are y'all seeing this? Like, like, this is a deal in itself, and this is just extra for being part of my econ. This is just extra. So now, let's keep going. How do you make money with my econ? The first way you make money with my econ is by using the strategy. You have to help yourself first before you can help anyone else. So use the strategies. Now, the second way you make money with my econ is if you care enough to share with other people, you can get paid for doing something. It's if you care enough. So we teach you build a team of 2, and it gets you to what's called executive vice president. It's a very good place to be in, because once you make it to executive vice president, every 7 people who get started with you on your journey to financial success, you get paid unlimited $1,000 bonuses. 7 more people get started, another $1,000 bonus. 7 more people, y'all follow me? Another what? $1,000. Gotcha. Okay, y'all understand. But here's the thing. You all talk to people every day anyway, right? Think about this. Have you ever been to a great movie, a great restaurant?
Yep.
You had a good time?
Mhm.
You tell someone about it?
Yeah.
Did they send you a check?
No.
So, if you're getting out of debt, if you're opening an investment account for your family and your children, if you are paying off credit cards, in 2 years versus 30, or paying off your mortgage, 6 years versus 30, aren't you gonna tell someone about it? Because people are naturally nosy. So when you're at work and say, "Man, I just paid out my last credit card bill," guess what they're gonna ask you? What they was like?
How do you do that?
How you do that? So people naturally nosy. So if you care about sharing with other people, you can get paid for doing it. Now, let's keep going. Our first strategy that you all seen was to minimize your what? Taxes. Next, we're going to teach you to eliminate your debt. This is our financial advisor software. This software is so powerful, it's your GPS to financial success. Earlier, Candace told you that she's going to be debt-free from 30 years and 6 years now, because she put her information in this software. So with that, you put it in here, and it tells you what to pay and when to pay it. Simple, right? Because here's the thing. Most people, they may be paying more on their mortgage, but it's not the mortgage that's killing them, it's the credit cards. But it's not the credit card that's killing them, maybe the car note. So this tells you exactly what to do, and now this person that was going to be in debt for 30 years before with $200,000 is going to be debt-free in 6 years. Because they have a plan. Does this make sense so far? Good, good, good. So let's keep going. This is the last section, and I'll be done. This section is called the Rule of 72, or compound interest. Anyone know who that guy is?
So
Who says oh, Albert? Who said Albert Einstein is probably one of the smartest people on the face of the planet. Now with that, he didn't come up with the Rule 72, but he kind of coined the phrase, the Rule 72. This is what that means. You take 72 divided by the interest rate you get from the banks and insurance companies, and it tells you it's going to take your money to double. So let's keep going. Now, this is called compound interest. Has anyone heard of compound interest before?
Yes.
Most people know about what's called reverse compound interest. Meaning that the credit cards you got, they charge you interest what? Every day. The mortgage you got, you get charged interest what? Every day. This teaches you, we teach you how to make interest every day. So now you're making money with your money. So let's look at this. You make a one-time investment of $10,000, and let's say, for instance, you did at your local bank in a savings account. Now, my question to you is, what do you get in your savings account? 91%? Somehow they put a decimal point in front of the zeros and then add ones and twos after that, and think they're going to trick you. Let's say, for instance, you get 4%. Now, this is just for example purposes, because I want to show you all how this works. So 72 divided by 4 means that your money's going to double every what? 18 years. So let's take anyone about 30 years old in the room? Anyone? Tamara, right? Okay, Tamara's about 30 years old. And let's say, for instance, Tamara went investing her money. At age 30, she made a one-time investment of $10,000. At 48, it grew to $20,000. And at 66, now Tamara only has $40,000 to return on. Is that enough money?
No.
See, we have to understand this. And I worked with Social Security for many years, and I've seen people literally retiring into poverty. Meaning that when they got to retirement, they had to go back to work in the next 3 or 4 years because they didn't have enough money. The average person retiring in this country, they only have around $30,000 when they get 66. That's it. And people living a whole lot with Now, for African Americans, since we are family in here, it's around 5,000. That's it. Because people spend all the way until they get to retirement, they start worrying about retirement at 60, and they try to catch up. But the one thing you can't get back is what? Time. That's the most powerful thing you have right now when it comes to investing. It's time. So let's keep going. Let's say, for instance, Tamara got smart, and she said, you know what? I'm going to put some money in my 401k at my job because I want to get more interest back on my money. Now, I'm not talking about the matching right now. I'm just looking at the interest rates. So let's look at 6%. 6% pretty good, right? Pretty good number. So you take 72 divided by 6, that means that your money's going to double every 12 years. So now, at age 30, it's going to make the same one-time investment of $10,000. At 42, it goes to $20,000. At 54, it's at $40,000. And now at 66 years old, which is retirement age, now Tamara has $80,000. Is that enough money? No. Nope. Still not enough. You all have to understand, I have to understand this too, that the bank is not in it for us. The corporations and to make money for themselves. I'm not saying don't put your money in the bank. I'm just saying understand what the bank represents. Earlier, Candace told you about the bank making money off your lack of money. Overdraft fees was a $30 billion industry last year. $30 billion. So when I seen that number, I immediately got mad. You know when you get mad, you start doing crazy stuff? I got so mad and crazy, I went to my boss. And I went to my manager and said, manager, why is it that you all send out paychecks to the bank on Tuesday, but it don't hit our account till Friday? Now, I'm not saying I'm 100% correct, but I do got common sense. So, did you know that for every $1,000 you put in the bank, they can lend it out 10 times? For every $1,000 you put in, they lend your money out 10 times. So, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, my money go on Tuesday. So, Tuesday, I'm banking my money. Wednesday comes, they probably doing what? Probably lending my money out a little bit, right? Thursday comes, who bills due? My bills due. Then I write checks, swipe my card to beat my bills to the bank on Thursday, but on Friday morning I wake up with what? Overdraft fees. $30 billion industry. The bank actually got sued for doing this. Regions and Bank of America got sued for overdraft fees. So let's keep going. We've just got the next thing I'm going to show you is what's called the banker's secret. This is what the bank does not want you to know. Now, here in my econ, we teach you to start your own investment account with $1,000. It don't take much to get started with $1,000. Actually, later today, you're going to be able to sit down with a financial advisor. He's going to be able to show you a few things, so you want to stick around. But we teach you to open your own investment account with $1,000. So with that, let's say, for instance, the bank is giving you 12%. This is what the bank is making on your money. They're not giving you 12%, but this is what they make. So 72 divided by 12, that means that Tamara's money is going to double every 6 years now. At age 30, she makes that one-time investment of $10,000. At 36, it grows to $20,000. At 42, it grows to $40,000. At 54, we're now what? $80,000? Well, let me pause here for a second. Do y'all see at 42, where the bank held her money and gave it to her at 66? Do y'all see at 48, where the bank held this money and gave it to her where? At 66. It's like, since you want to get smart, got something for you. Watch this. The rest of this example, this is the bank making money off of whose money? Our money. At 54, the bank made $160. At 60, the bank made $320,000. And at 66, the bank made $640,000 off of whose money? Our money. Your money. See, my econ is not a $179 decision. My econ is a $600,000 decision. Because education costs a lot in this country. But not knowing costs you what? Way more. Way more. So at this point, there's only two types of pains you're going to go through in life. Just two pains, that's it. The first one is the pain of regret. The pain of regret is you'll see something like this, and you'll say, you know what, that's one of those things, I'm not doing it. I'm good. That's a pain of regret, because then 30 years down the line, you be like, man, I wish I would have done that. And you have the second pain, was the pain of discipline. The pain of discipline is that you go through a little bit of pain right now and discipline yourself so you can live life the way you want to live it later. Take the next 5 or 10 years and use this as a plan, a roadmap to get you to your financial success. Because if you don't plan, you plan to fail by default. So most people, they still think the bank is their friend, and this is your friendly bank. Let me show you what your friendly bank does. We had this guy that had $10,000 in his savings account. Now I told you all, for every 1,000 you put in, they can rent it out what? 10 times. So it's 10,000 in here right now, but they probably let his money out 10 times. But what they give him? 8 cents. I just showed you what they made off the money. They gave him 8 pennies. That's a penny for every $1,200. And then they sent him a letter in the mail to say, thank you for being part of Regions. Really appreciate you as a valued customer. Here's your interest statement. You're going to get 8 pennies. You got to make some changes to that. You really do. So at this point, you always tell people, don't let a social decision steal your wealth. Now, I can speak for Kevin. When I first left this presentation, I went home and I talked to my grandma, my sister, my uncle, my cousin, auntie. Our family was there? Is that our family? Talked to all my family, talked to some friends, and they said, Kevin, you know what? I want to do one of those things. It just don't work. But think about this for a minute. If you had a leak in your home, would you talk to a plumber or an electrician? A plumber, right? Because they know about fixing leaks. So if you got a leak in your finances, now this is just me. Am I going to talk to my family, which are broke and skeptical? Because they've been doing the same thing I seen what that end result is, right? I seen what that is. Or am I going to talk to people who know about money? Am I going to talk to 30-year financial advisors? Am I going to talk to people who are tax professionals or enrolled agents with the IRS that know about taxes? Am I going to talk to people who's been doing this for 30 years and have made over $1 million with strategies, not sales? See, watch you talk to and watch you listen to, because if you don't, you're going to be just like them. So now, at this point, either you're a 3, a 2, or a 1. A 3 says, thanks for no thanks, I got a plan, I know what I'm doing. Thank you for coming out. Most people need to sit through the whole presentation. A 2 says, you know what? I don't want the business right now, but I just want to use the strategy and education. If you need the strategy and education, we can help. You want to stick around for the training, that's going to be powerful. And the 1, went too far. And the 1 says, I'm all in. I want the business, the strategies, and the education. And you know what? I got some people I need to tell about this, because I know a lot of broken, skeptical people I need to talk to. So all the 2s and 1s stick around, we'll answer your questions.